Hello! I have no light on. I have light. All right. Hello! What is up? What is up? What is up? It is another Friday, which means we're doing more rogue tradering, and I forgot to turn on my multi-chat tool. Oopsie fucking daisies. Let me fix that real quick. You. New version available. I will deal with that later. Okay, so that should be everybody, or that should be everything. Hello, Jello. Go read the entire Lex, but I don't wanna. Question for you, Jello, because you've done the whole, like, you've actually played this game thing. Is there any point in keeping, is there like another level of companion quests after this one? The reason I ask is because if there is, I'm going to actually try to keep everybody's level, capped, basically. If not, then I'm not even going to worry about getting them the last few levels. Hello, Philemon. Oh, is Taco here as well? Oh, hi. Hello, Taco, as well. You finished with Heinrichs and Cabela, Jai and Adira, and Abelard, I think. The others still have one more quest. Okay. So, like, if I finish the quest in Chapter 4, they're done, pretty much. Toughness equal to half their equipped shield's block. Except Ulfar and Marjai have one in Chapter 5, so you get them, like, gotcha. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you. Arbiter's attacks made on other turns deal 14%. I don't care. Once returned, the Arbitrator can throw a grenade. Do not care. Whenever an enemy adjacent to the Arbitrator fails a willpower resistance test for the first time in a round, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. With a one-handed shock behind or a one-handed power maul equipped, the Arbitrator gains plus 10% to parry. Raises the weapon skill of enemies hit by this weapon by 10, so the enemy combat does not stack. Also deals 25% more crit damage. Oh. That could be interesting. Wait, what? What is his, like, primary thing? It's like fellowship, agility, and ballistics. Then last night playing multiplayer road trade with two friends. It was actually the first time I've ever played on normal difficulty. Felt weird because there was little point in buffs. Yeah. These does not move during their turn. They gain +0, 5 times the number of augments, installed weapons, and ballistic skill at the start of their next turn. Does not stack. Okay. Ferrum Sanctum stacks is reduced by the additional damage suffered from Ferrum Sanctum stacks is reduced by 10%. So I'm assuming that Ferrum Sanctum is like you get 1 stack per augment on you, right? I'm assuming that's what that means. It's like he's got 2, she's got 2. Adira and Abelard both have 1. By 15% per stack. Yeah. This could be very useful. The problem, okay, so the problem is I don't remember what the fuck he even has equipped. Looks like he has a lot of basic equipment. I don't know what you're talking about. Probably haven't swapped his gear since Lethus. That's probably also the last time I looked at this man, so that would make sense. So we could equip the power maul, right? Let's take a look at armors, right? Because we got reactive armor, which is medium, but only 30%. So do we have 50% armor against human enemies and perception, 50% armor if you're in full cover, increased by 50%, the bonus doubles the wearer is not moved during their turn. 42? That's a strange armor percent. Critical hit chance in melee combat is increased by 12. Hmm. So what do we have? The reactivator armor, that's right. Can I, like, hide non-wearable? There we go. Oh, yeah, we have... +1 deflection and 6% parry. Allows the wielder to block. Attacks. Reloading a shotgun costs 0. Is this one, right? Yeah. 35%, 40%? Wait. Wield against 24%, or 24. 30%. 35. Does give me 1 deflection, which is kind of whatever. The reloading a shotgun does nothing for me. Dodge. Harry's only 61%. Garbage. Garbage person. What the fuck? Imagine not having a 95%. Look at this. Imagine not having a 95% parry. Even Adira almost has as much of a parry chance as you do, you clown. Comes equipped to 2 shotguns by default. Yeah, but I'm thinking about maybe swapping him to... But do I want another melee character? No, probably not. Oh shit! Yeah, that's actually something that I didn't even pay attention to. Yeah, get me out of the fucking. Ugh. Oh really? But that's a revolver. Wait, this is also this is a shotgun pistol. Okay, so this one I could use. This one would work for that. Shotgun, hunting rifle, crescendo. Okay, that's not too all types of physical damage dealt to targets hit by the shotgun pistol are increased by 33. Okay, that's actually not bad. Basically, look, what is it? If the wearer is the overseer, he is melee. He uses shotguns. Fair enough. Absolutely absurd damage potential with very little build investment. Wait, really? 20 to 33 on a successful hit, the shot explodes, dealing 20 impact damage to everyone in the area of effect around the target. Well, what's the area of effect? How big is the area? What do you mean? What is this? It doesn't say. How big is the area of effect? And you can burst fire it. Yeah, I did notice that. I was wondering if that's how that worked. That might actually be a Jai pistol. If you have rate of fire increases and the pair holster, there's actually 2 of these. Jesus. He does have the pair holster. We do not have 2 of them, though. Okay, so wait, we do not have any boots on this. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Oh, that's an implant. It's an implant, it's an implant, it's an implant. Are these? Okay, so these are the augments. Got it. Okay. We don't use grenades in this house. Lieutenant Dan needs new legs. 1 AP per round when they fire the first shot from an arc rifle or use magna rail. Marvelous combat. Wait, this could. Well, we don't have what's his face, Mr. Mechanicus man. Marvelous compact weapons. Oh yeah, what the fuck is a liquefier shot? What does this do again? 10 minutes 3 cell radius, which inflicts 10 toxic damage and applies melting every turn. The fuck is melting again? Reduces deflection and armor by 10%. That's actually quite good. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, where? This? Was it scale off of toughness bonus? Oh. So I would lose 16 wounds, but I would gain a 30% toughness chance, or 30% crit chance. I think that's not necessary. I think that's not necessary for him. I don't think that's necessary for him. Single attacks on an opening, that's not useful. Performs a single shot, ranged attack from any cover, gains 17% armor pen. Attempts to make an attack of opportunity against the wearer. That enemy is pushed back by 1 cell before the attack is able to hit the wearer. Okay, that's not bad. Melt a scorching shot once per round. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Plus 5% damage and critical hit chance to single shots and deadeye shots. Hits an enemy with a Deadeye shot. I always with the Deadeye shot. Kills target with an exploit using a single. Why is everything Deadeye shot? What the fuck? All right. Anyway, we're getting rid of that because we're not doing that. Tested the arbitrary puzzle. Oh, yeah, we already checked that. With the Deadeye shots, because all the good special attacks can count as Deadeye shots with that exemplar talent, and Deadeye is specifically synergizing with the hit once really hard class features. Oh, that's fair. Dueling Mastery could be good with him. Just make him tankier. Because I remember, like, the problem that I had with him, it's, like, similar with Heinrichs. Both of them just, like, went down really fast. They're both, like, really squishy back when I actually was trying to use them. I mean, right? This would also be really good for him. I'm just gonna take this one first. I'm just gonna take this one right. Uses overcharge or familiar gaze plus 30 to his key characteristic for 1 round. Next round, the bonus becomes 10 and lasts until the end of combat. Use their archetype ability and overseer and familiar stacks. Overseers use to reactivate them. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do that one for him. Familiar games plus 1 deflection for each cell between it and the overseer up to a maximum of 5. Wait, what's this? Fellowship. Got it. He has a lot of dodge. Actually, this would probably be really good for him, right? Gonna take that for now. Top 5 of the soldier grants them +1 agility until the end of their next turn. Good. Wait, whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by 1% until the end of combat. Okay. We'll cover +10 and 2 MP as long as you're at full wounds. Deals additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. It could be good. Reloading costs 2 AP less. That is unnecessary as long as I'm using a shotgun. Wait, what does this scale off of? 1 plus ballistics bonus over 2. Got it. They're gonna take the swift slaughter. Alacrity and Fired Up are great talents for rapid fire builds. You can stack those up really fast. Not so great when you're using other types of weapons because even using AoE you're limited. Yeah. he's kind of a coercion guy, huh? Does he actually beat? No, not even close. All right. 2-cell radius around the Cybermastiff. Have the reload speed. Attacks against familiar. Crit chance reduced. Protected ally ignores attacks of opportunity. Increased by 8. It's the apprehended enemy or an enemy adjacent to the protected ally. Gains +1 to his key characteristic. What the fuck? So even if he's not your best at it, you'll still want to put points? Yeah. Ally with a 3-cell radius around the familiar has the resolve increased by 2. It could be good. Wait, each subsequent hit scored by the Cybermastiff against the apprehended enemy deals familiar strength bonus more damage. Stacks reset when apprehend is used again. Being armor you can pick up from a quality upgrade that gives coercion over 10 deflection. That would be quite good. I didn't see it in my armors though. And I might not have been... I don't know. They choose one of the three things. I forgot which planet. I probably just didn't grab the right one then. Overseer hits the same target right after the Cybermastiff is in battle mode. Standby hits it. Overseer's attack always scores a critical hit. Okay. Fuck it, why not? I'm gonna get dueling mastery. The bonus to parry is like really important, I think. Control shot. Give a side they are about to open fire. The soldier and their allies will automatically dodge. Yes. Wait, rapid fire? Its range burst attack will have its base rate of fire. 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. No, because we're not doing burst fire stuff. All their AP and MP gains 30% bonus to cover efficiency. Yeah, we're gonna take control shot. More coercion. Why did my dodge go down? Okay. I feel like the thing that I was looking for is like down closer to the bottom, right? Because immune to all effects are reduced to MP and they gain some. All resistance tests are +5. Character wears light armor. Their dodge is increased by 1% for every 3% of the item's armor bonus. I think I am actually wearing light armor. Right? Dodge reduction and armor pen are increased. Oh, there's something. Was he? He's a soldier and... The soldier and overseer, so none of these actually... Okay. That could be really good if we're using shotguns. And he fails willpower resistance as he gives the character, they suffer 7 direct damage. Enemies hit by the character with a melee attack. +3 bonus to armor, armor pen, dodge reduction, critical hit chance, critical damage, and parry chance. +1. Selection. Toughness bonus over 3. For every attack that they made. Okay, not every instance of damage, but every attack. And Solomorne has the subtype of arbitrator. He can do single shots with shotgun's double slug ability. Trigger those things that require single shot. Oh, interesting. Okay. Every melee, don't care. First enemy in a round, the character immediately makes an additional attack against a close enemy they can target. Okay, what the hell was it? Fuck. Ah, okay, so we're gonna take this. Right? Where the hell is it? Okay, so this one, and then there's one where it's like whatever your it's like whatever your crit chance is, or your armor pen is over their armor or something like that. This is dodge reduction is higher than their dodge. I feel like there's, I feel like I would just like walked right past it. I just want to have it marked because I think that those are like really good. They like cycle off of each other really well. 0 deflection or 0 R. You know what? I'm gonna star that one because that also seems really good. Am I just stupid? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna start with tipping point. Jesus. Well, we're gonna take chainmail. Fuck it, why not? Ballistic skill more, I think. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of that. Fuck it. Alright, so what we got? Overseer chooses an enemy in their line of sight within 5 cells of the Cybermastiff. Cybermastiff immediately dashes to that enemy and performs a special attack. The target suffers double rending damage. Must pass the toughness resistance test with a -4 penalty, -40 penalty, or fall prone for 1 round. Removes the effects of the reprimand. This could be like really good. Reduces attack by 1 stage. No fucking way. It is actually Growl from Pokemon. Lowers their damage. That's wild. Consolidation. Immediately dashes they're familiar within 7 cells. Overseer can move through allies and enemies, but not through obstacles the opponent. The movement does not provoke attacks opportunity. Familiar is a Cyber Eagle that is soaring. The Overseer gains 7 MP instant. Normally... Wait, did I just not read that? Normally shotguns can only do area attacks, which don't count. Got it. For 1 round, allows the Cybermastiff to move through enemies while moving. It inflicts 8 levels of bleeding on all adjacent enemies it passes. Enemy affected increases the critical hit chance of the Cybermastiff's next attack by 7% until the end of its turn. This ability removes immobilized, prone, stunned from the Cybermastiff. The problem I feel like what the issue that I'm gonna have with this is I believe, if I remember correctly, trying to move around the fucking dog is just like a pain in the ass. If I remember correctly. So we're going to get more agility because we maxed out ballistics. Excuse me. We're just going to take that. More of this is always better. More resolve, always better. Every single time. Okay, let's just grab some more. Let's just grab more of that. And we are done with coercion. What is your next highest? It's literally demolition, which there is no point in doing that. And then there's awareness, which, you know, if my main guy did actually lose, like just rolled a fucking nat 1, he wants demolition. Does he really? He wants highest demolition? Okay, sure. Fuck it. Have the talent use demolition to scale up area damage rather than to... That's right. I forgot about that. Good call. Good call. Good call. Good call. Good call. Character's critical hit chance of critical damage is increased by 5%. Dodge reduction is higher than the enemy's dodge. For applying heavy or medium armor penalty, the character's damage against that enemy is increased by 1%. Huh. Armor pen. Yes. We're gonna do puncture next. All right, we got an extra. What are we doing here? Enough bullets for everyone? I mean, that could be good. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna do that. Demolition, because I was just told to. Each shot fired by the soldier grants them +1 agility until the end of their next turn. The problem is, like, this is definitely for burst fire weapons, right? Like, especially if you have one of those where it's like you shoot like 12 times. The soldier deals damage. Their critical damage is increased by 1%. Let's fucking go. 12, you mean 60, right? I don't know. I was trying. I was like, I feel like this is probably a little bit on the low ball side, but I would rather low ball than high ball or demolition, because fuck it, why not? More money. Sure, why not? What did I get last time? I got Agi. We're gonna continue getting Agi. Did I get last time Agi? We have a decently high fellowship, so I guess that's what we get next. More demolition. What is his demolition now? Wait, it is not just 90. There's no way. No, it's 145. Okay. I was about to say, ain't no way it's still 90. I've gotten a plus 30 to this shit. So my dodge is actually, like, really high. So 5% of dodge. I mean, it's still, like, only an extra 5% for crit chance. But more crit chance is always a good thing. All right, what is this again? Arbiters makes attacks made on others' turns. These physical training, toughness equal to half their equipped shield's block. Give me, I think I have a 35 right now, so give me like 18, right? Which would give me up to 86. That is like actually not a small amount. Dodge above 300%, so that will go a lot higher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hero World characters gain 10% crit chance and armor against Xenos and demonic creatures. Always gain half the bonuses of No Heresy. I mean, like, I don't really give a shit about his lore Xenos and lore Warp, so, I mean, fuck it, why not? Oh, that was it. We are done. We have completed his. So what? What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
Let us walk this path to the end.
Marshal Gregor Strax. Out of the question. I'll only speak about resolving this situation with the Rogue Trader directly. No intermediaries. What do you want? But for how much longer might we have to wait for the Rogue Trader? 10 turns? 30? Price that? Time is an invaluable commodity, and we currently have none, esteemed Marshal. Not to mention, the Decree RP 84289 explicitly states, Rogue Trader, the Adeptus Arbites, request your immediate cooperation. The sacred tithe collected from the Crotus Expanse is in danger. You're the only one who can negate this threat. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All the expanses ablaze, Rogue Trader. This state of disorder jeopardizes a critical strategic location. The planet Lethus. Hey, so remember that planet that you just mentioned? And by just mentioned, I mean mentioned a while ago. It turns out I hadn't even been there yet. Provided by Theodore is for the purpose of storing the tithe collected for the worlds of the Crotus Expanse. At present, the planet is overflowing with a sacred tribute amassed over the course of decades. After we lost contact with every single ship sent through the maw in recent years, the decision was made to cease all attempts to transport the tithe out of the Expanse until the route is once more secure. It was for just such periods of the maw's impassability the storage world of Lethus was devised. If I may provide certain details as per regulations, prior to being sent to this temporary depot. Right, that planet. What was the name of the other one then? The medieval planet? I don't remember. It was not important. I did get my maid girl there though. So that's good at least. So yeah. It wasn't that big of a deal. I only got transferred into the body of another person. Prior to being sent to this temporary depot, all tithe shipments were first brought to Draconis. These deliveries are made using barges crewed by servitors, with the only people on board with the privilege of autonomous behavior being key officers and an arbitrator escort. In other words, the location of both the system and the planet was strictly classified. A special pact was made with the navigator house. Even I was not entrusted with the coordinates. I don't know why I started second. Given the scarcity of our resources, absolute secrecy is Lethos' main line of defense. However, we are detecting increased activity near the storage world's location. I do not want to do this, but I am, quite plainly, forced to ask for your help. Go to Lethos and organize the extraction of the Imperial Tithe to Dargonis for further safekeeping. Who are these people? These are my bodyguards, members of the Fangs of the Expanse. They are here to demonstrate my willingness to offer the Adeptus Arbites whatever cooperation I can. Who? Mercenaries. Marshal spits the word out in disgust. Gregorus, you know we need every fighter we can get these days. You have precious few people at your disposal, and every year fewer still remain. The Adeptus Administratum regulations do not prohibit the employment of hired force. What can you tell me about Lethos? A French world of no value to the Imperium. By order of Lady Theodora, it was stricken from all astrogational data. Its security was considered beyond doubt until now. Increased activity, in other words, someone is very interested in locating a world brimming with tide. This close to succeeding? Impossible. That would mean that someone commanding vast resources and influence knows of its existence. We have no evidence that can support this conjecture. Considering the current state of the Coronis Expanse, with pirates and Xenos roaming where they please, it is far more likely that the storage world will be discovered by accident. Naesius said the Marshal's rejection of your theory is the best proof that he himself considers a deliberate search to be a plausible explanation, but it seems he is unwilling to admit it, even to himself. Yeah, organizing the transportation of so many valuables is a serious undertaking. It requires an entire cargo fleet with its own dedicated navigation. You clearly have an eye for practical issues. Lady Theodora assured me that Lethos had some kind of unique system for barge automation. We have no choice but to put her words to the test. This must be resolved without delay. I will go there at once. I have the coordinates and passwords transferred to you. They are for your eyes only. Once you have arrived at the location, you are to oversee the tide transportation to Dargonis. We will meet the barges here and then redirect them to secure vaults. I'm going to say that you hurry, your lordship, before all is lost. Save your skull, the 1005. Oh yeah, we've read this. Man, I love how every time I come here, it's just like, hey, go somewhere else and do something else. Every single time I've come to that fucking building, it's like, hey, fetch quest. Oh my god, wait, we're actually finally leaving Dargonis. Guys. We're finally leaving Dargonis. This means... Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Is there really not another path here? Your lordship, I beg your pardon, but this cannot wait. Drives master, blah, 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 entreats you to visit the Sector Bionica at your earliest convenience. The ancient Archaeotech, the sacred implantation throne, is at risk of being lost forever. The relic is unique and as old as the ship itself. It was damaged during the Trader Voigtvir's mutiny. I forgot about him. Despite the tech priest's ceaseless prayers, its machine spirits continue to fade. It may soon be irretrievably lost. I shall descend. I humbly await your arrival. I had a feeling that this was going to happen. The implementation throne is majestic in its antiquity. The metal bench, surrounded by countless ejectors, manipulators, and vid screens, leaves no doubt as to its purpose. The very nature of this machine is designed to transform living bodies by fusing them with blessed iron. Even to the naked eye, it is clear that the machine is ailing, grievously so. The manipulator's segmented tubes hang limply, bleeding unguent, while the dusty lumens are only dimly illuminated. As the tech priests try to revive the relic, each swing of their censer is like a pendulum ticking down the moments until the throne's untimely demise. Your lordship, thank you for gracing the Sector Biotica with your presence. You're already acquainted with Dry Master Placidman here. It is she who has been tending to the ancient relic. He is here to convey the wretchedness of our present position. Lord Captain, the blessed machine spirit that dwells within the throne is fading, and I and many grieving tech priests have been performing unending sacraments of tech healing and prayers of operational benediction on this shrine, but even our devotions are merely staving off the inevitable. The throne is a creation of the Omnissiah made centuries ago. Even before the unholy desecration of the relic, we were barely able to propitiate its ancient machine spirit to perform sacred augmentation procedures. Many litanies and operating protocols did not survive through the ages. Now, with the demise of the keepers of the implantation throne during the mutiny, they have been lost forever. The sacred machine must be saved at all cost. What the fuck is propitiate? Wait, hold up. Propitiate. To win or regain the favor of a god or person, often by making concessions, offering gifts, or performing rituals to appease their anger. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wait, are you doing the right thing? You are doing the correct thing. Are you doing the correct thing? You're also doing the correct thing. Hooray. Wait, but you're not getting chats. Hold up, 1 second. Close WebSocket. Connect. Wait, what? Wait. Go away. Fuck. Alright, 1 second. 1 second. My chat app is just not working correctly. Where are you? Where are you? All the way down towards the end. Ah, okay. Is that gonna be a text or? Oh my god, everything's terrible. Okay. Alright, successfully signed in, allow access. Okay. All right, testing a thing. Okay, cool, we're back. All right. Hooray! All right, so you go away, you get... Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. How was it damaged? During the uprising instigated by the rebellious Master of Whispers, the Sector Biotica was besieged. How dare you come back here after what you did and or didn't do? You should be ashamed of whatever that was that nobody noticed happening. I had to fix the chatbot. My chatbot was not working. That's the end all be all of it. The janitors and Medicaid officers heroically defended the throne, but eventually the rebels broke through. Most of the defenders fell in the battle, and many machines were lost or damaged. Many were able to be restored, but the throne was particularly badly damaged. What makes it so important? It is unique, one of a kind. In the Logus annals of the Adeptus Mechanicus, this throne is identified as a shrine capable of autonomous augmentation rituals. Its loss is unacceptable, and any condoning of it is sacrilege. In addition, only the Rogue Trader or persons authorized by the Rogue Trader may use it. It is an invaluable investment in your longevity and bodily integrity. What sacraments can the throne perform? The shrine is capable of autonomously healing flesh and blessing it with augmentations under the supervision of a knowledgeable janitor. Complex procedures can be performed with unimaginable speed and precision, and stimulants administered in the required proportions and combinations. It is a true miracle of the Omnissiah. And how do we save it? Only a servant of the machine god, endowed with the high rank of Genitor Extremis, versed in all the necessary rituals, and learned in the mystical currents of the motive force, can perform the reparative sacraments and reanimate this mechanism. The only place where one might find such a servant is on the cloistered station of Altar Templum Calaxis X 17. To the best of my knowledge, the cloister Mistress Talar is referring to is located in the Furibundus system. Its denizens are not well disposed to communicating with the lady, but I am willing to leverage every diplomatic connection I possess to gain an audience with the station's clergy. I'll rely on your connections. The Dry Vox Grill emits a binary aria of thanks. I thank you for your favor, or your lordship. Before you depart to Sector Bionica, I would also like to present you to Genitor Majoris Ferens and Vivisector Jays Martinax. They are currently performing an urgent procedure, and therefore were unable to attend the inspection in person, but I am certain they will receive the Rogue Trader's visit as a great honor if you will follow me. Oh my god. We have peoples. That was a noise. The smell of medical supplies and weak cries of pain filled the cold air. Two figures stand over an operating table. The patient lying upon it is bound in place, and his head is soaked in blood. A woman in uniform is desperately trying to force her way to the table. Please help my son in the name of the Golden Throne. I know you can. Noxy. He's endured so much. The lined face of the middle deck veteran is contorted with grief. The word she speaks comes out in a long moan. Your lordship. The Sector J is Martinax at your service. The Rogue Trader's visit is a momentous event for the Sector Bionica. Will you grant us the honor of observing the operation? Lounge Tech Priest on the opposite side of the table erupts at a furious Benurk thrill as he struggles to immobilize the thrashing and moaning patient. After a time, he likewise turns his metal-plated face to you. The light form Genitor Majoris Ferenz welcomes Lord Captain Terry von Blasius. I second my colleague's statement. Watch them work. Or examine the patient. The man chained to the bed is missing the top part of his skull. The moist pink contents glisten in the lumen light. The patient is conscious. His eyes are open, and his parched lips are constantly moving as he mumbles. The man's terrified gaze meets yours, and he falls silent. How curious. It seems the Rogue Trader's presence is indeed influencing the patient's state of mind. Whether it is a manifestation of devout faith in his anointed, or a bizarre form of delusion, it can only be to our benefit. Whatever you're doing, your lordship, please continue. Your mother is here. She's very worried about you. Hold on. Wait a second. This is a legitimate thing, right? Because you can distract the person and then they're not focused on the pain as much. They'll still feel it to an extent, but you can at least partially distract them from it. We're going to do this one, though. Your mother is here, no tech. She's very worried about you. Hold on for her. Patient's clouded gaze is locked on the woman's face, the corners of the part of his lips stretching into the faintest semblance of a smile. His mother stares back almost without blinking. I've heard that a good story. Okay, fuck it. We'll tell a story. Resident complete stabilization of the life form's condition. Internal cortical damage has been treated. Requested closure of the calot and transfer of the victim to B-class stimulants. You will live, but the stimulants won't replace that part of his brain. If we implant the sacred cortical augment in his skull, it will restore his lost ability to think and act. Lord Captain, please. Your subject has a genuine need for this augmentation. This constitutes a violation of the sacred directives. The value of an individual life form is incomparably less than the value of the sacred technology required. Augmetics of the specified class are rare and are restricted to senior officers, thus dictate the regulations of the Sector Bionica. How was he injured? In the last Void battle, Lord Captain, where he barely survived his injuries, he has suffered a few healing attempts from charlatans on the lower decks and endured a long road to come here. However, no weapon can destroy the devotion and fortitude of a true servant of the God Emperor. True devotion is revealed not in the servant's life, but in their death. So teach the tenets of the web. Who is this man? An expendable life form to be utilized in Void battles, one of thousands. A soldier from a Voidsman combat unit and a devoted servant of the Emperor, Lord Captain. Lord Captain, this young man has been fighting for his life, even through horrendous pain. If you allow the augmentation to be installed, his perseverance will become an example for others to emulate. My only son, he's serving in a Void unit. I was the one who told him to go there. My poor no-tech. What are your respective proposals? I understand that my opinion may strike you as strange, for the mere fact that this poor soul has found his way to the Sector Bionic might itself be regarded as a blessing, yet hear me out. The installation of a cortical augmentation will restore the patient's health, serving it as an example for the rest of us through his heroism. This will inspire the people and strengthen their faith in the Lord Captain, and let them know that the Rogue Trader's mercy will not abandon them in their hour of need. The life form on the operating table is easily replaceable and does not possess any substantial functional value. Therefore, installation of the implant would be devoid of sense. Proposing replacement of lost function by means of Class B powder and stimulants, the life form will have limited viability and will be gifted an optimal termination period with partial functionality. I've made a decision. Fit the augment. We hear and obey, Lord Captain. I will see to the implantation at once, and the esteemed servant of the Omniscient will assist me in this procedure. In the silence, you hear the sobs of a woman. Notek's mother is weeping helplessly, furiously wiping her eyes with her hand. Now a smile of relief lights up her face. Thank you. Thank you, your lordship. I remember your intercession for the rest of my life and pray for your good fortune. You should be doing that anyway. Woman, I am your Lord Captain. I am your Lord Captain. Little maybe lady person. Why did it look like it's trying to cut off his leg? Yep. All right. Well, time to grab some stuff. Take him out. Assistant. Vivisector Martinax. You, what do you got to say? Your lordship, I apologize for my appearance. My name is James Martinax, and I serve as a vivisector in the Sanctor Bionica. It is an untold honor to welcome you to our deck. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude for permitting me to place a cortical implant in the injured man. Thanks to your mercy, one more person has been able to continue his service to the God Emperor. Firstly, I must boldly warn you that until the relic that powers the Sector Bionica with the miraculous knowledge of the Omniscient is healed, to my deepest sorrow, the installation of sacred implants cannot be performed. I don't feel like talking to you. Take care of yourself. All right. We have another side quest. Do we have any loot in here? We do have some loot in here. What do you mean this is locked? This is my ship! Absolute nonsense. The screens of the ancient mechanisms are as empty and dark as a dead man's eye sockets. The machine spark has not filled them for a long time. And why are we wasting time with it? What's happening here? The conveyor is designed to transport dead bodies to the disposal unit. The metal surface is covered in repulsive-looking stains. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Wait.
We are bound.
Oh, this is different. Conveyor is designed to transport... No, it's not different. What the fuck? Hi, kitten. What's up, buddy? Hi. Alright, we are... I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you right now. We're gonna go. We leave. Hi. What's up, boy? What's up, my boy? Okay. So, you want to hear some stupid stuff? Stop messing with my microphone, you little shit! I'm distracted by kitty cold time. Hi. Want to go into baby mode? We're doing baby mode? Too many spoilers, mostly lurking and playing along. Fair enough. Fair enough. How's the journey going? It's going good. Going good. Okay, so stupid things that are happening. Right? So at work. Wait, what? Purified by prayer. Oh my god, we're so righteous. What is like, okay, so I could go down here, right? And then I can go up. Okay, so I could go here. And then here. And then we can go here after upgrading it to unsafe. We did it. Okay, so wait, is there really only the fucking one way in and out? That's, I mean, I guess that would make sense, right? You would want them to be relatively hard to find. So bad stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna take a minute, and I'm gonna bitch and moan about work for a second. So, as you may or may not know, I am currently working as an in-home delivery driver for Walmart. Majority of that is just loading up a big-ass van, driving the big-ass van around my area, and dropping off most of it at people's doorsteps. But periodically, we will actually go inside somebody's house to drop it off in their kitchen or garage or whatever. Now, that's relatively, like, it's an easy job. It's just another delivery job. I've done it before. Like, the van is bigger than what I'm used to, but that's just something that I'm getting used to. I just have to drive it around a bit more. The problem is, despite the fact that last week I took the test to, like, qualify to be able to drive, because I took my driving test last week. I talked about that in depth last week, and I don't want to go back into that. But I passed the test, and nothing happened. I still can't drive by myself because the system's fucking around. And, like, it actually caused us to miss deliveries today. Because we had... So, a normal delivery trip is about 12 stops. All right? About 12 stops is a normal delivery trip. You could go a little bit higher, but a dozen is about how many you want to aim for. Hour after, and we have 2 runs per day. So 12 in the morning, 12 in the evening. That's like a good run. And this afternoon we had 1 driver who could actually drive the trucks. And we had 20 deliveries. 15 of them were batched and were 1 trip, and then we had 5 singles that are just, you know, random things that got added on later. I don't know why. Like, the singles thing has been a bug in the system apparently for like the last 2 weeks. Because of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it doesn't work correctly. So we took the 15. We had to leave the 5. So there were 5 deliveries that just didn't happen today. And the only reason that they didn't happen is because the system has not yet accepted the fact that I can drive. So I am being actively prevented from doing my job because Walmart's system is fucking stupid. It's not my supervisor's fault. It's not their supervisor's fault. As far as I know. Like, as far as I know, it's not a person's fault. It's just the system is being dumb as hell. So yeah, that's my short rant on my job for today. Oh yeah, they also they're trying to fuck with my schedule again. They have me off on Sundays, which I told, like, my availability is literally, I cannot work Sunday, Monday. I can work Tuesday through Saturday. Cannot work Sunday, Monday. We currently only have 1 driver that can work on Fridays. Friday afternoon specifically. We have another driver. He works an earlier shift, and he's only available for the morning run. He's not available for the evening run or the afternoon run. Whoever is doing the scheduling, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that they are going to make me work Monday, which I'm not available for. That is not in my availability. They're going to make me work Monday, and they're going to give me Friday off. When you're stuck waiting on someone to hit a checkbox for you to be able to do the work that you're already able to do. If not for that, I had 1 job for 6 months before they finished. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. So like, we have 1 driver on Friday. We have 3 on Monday. Without me. We will now have 4 drivers on Monday if I go in. My supervisor has told me not to worry about that and to just work the shifts that I'm available, which is, yo, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Words. That's how easy it is to distract me, by the way. Sound happened. Brain turns off forever. Oh yeah, so we now have 4 times the number of drivers on Monday if I work that day as we do on Friday. But no, we gotta fuck around with my schedule because Lord Captain, we are now in Lethus' orbit. The ship has successfully exchanged access codes with the Adeptus Arbites outpost, but their landing pad is unavailable. The shuttle pilot is already calculating the closest possible landing point. Oh wait, Voxcast is interrupted by crackle that turns into a ragged ultrasonic hum. A moment later, the connection returns to normal. Tech priest to determine the cause of the malfunction. Figure it out. The investigation is already underway, Lord Captain. The incident did not affect the security of our Voxcast. It seemed more akin to reciprocal auger scanning. What was that? There appears to have been an intrusion into the data stream, one that was executed using the Dynasty's secret codes. I can only assume that we have encountered an additional security measure installed by Lady Theodora. Why is the landing pad unavailable? The augers are detecting foreign objects in the way, possibly cargo containers. Ready to descend. Yeah. No! No, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, that's the worst. So, I have technically three. I have three curses that I absolutely love throwing out on people in tabletop games. One is may your socks be always wet. Two is may your shoes always contain pebbles. And number three is may you never finish another sneeze. And I just had a failed sneeze and I want to die. It's so annoying. Those are my three favorite curses to give people in tabletop games. If I actually have like a curse character, because they're like they're not bad. Well, like the worst of them is definitely the may your socks be always wet, because then you get like shit like trench foot and you know infections and whatnot. But container is tightly sealed on all sides. Something is scratched on the lid. 5 tons of the finest. Bleh. Loot. Loot, 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 loot.
Just as he
A glittering object on the corpse's head catches your eye. A string of silver prayer beads with a tarnished Adeptus Administratum symbol. The victim must have been buried alive in the middle of an inventory inspection. The fuck is happening here?
Know your duty.
By the exalted one, how many treasures lie hidden in this maze? There is only one way to find out.
I agree. Cash with goods stolen from the containers. You spot a pile of blackened jewelry in the dirt nearby.
With both your hands where I could see them, while standing at a respectful distance from the sacred tithe.
Oh, fucker, this stuff is mine. Well, I mean, if it's literally labeled for him... Right? Like, it's literally got his fucking title on it. Who is that? More shadows from the riven sky. They're sure dressed nice. Hey, is that an arbitrator? Why would an arbitrator be here? They're all holed up in their outpost, and this bunch has crawled out of the dump. Walls will deal with them. He can smell a fake. Move it. The captain will decide your fate. What a fucker. I'm a rogue trader. I could kill you right now. I literally own you. The fuck do you mean the riven sky? I can't even go there. Captain Walls, do I take the oath now? I swear never to abandon a comrade in arms and get shot. Have you ever been under fire, soldier? No, Captain. Here's your oath, then. Go stepchild of the Imperium, become bones in the foundation of the new truth. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Why is nobody normal here? In this entire fucking universe, nobody is normal. Weapons both old and new from a variety of worlds lie together in an incoherent pile, as if jumbled by a child's hand. Every gap is filled with ammunition of different calibers. You, psycho. A man steps forward. The hideous burns on his head make it look like a ball of molten wax. The pupil of one of his eyes is clouded, but the other eye is sharp and alert. Warhammer, anyone normal would go insane or die. The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. You're the shuttle. Here you are. Not a tithe, not clerks, but guests from the riven sky. The chance we've long been waiting for. These guardmen refer to you as captain. I do not know by whom or with what right that rank was given to you, but it means nothing to me. Every living tithe unit must be commanded by a sergeant. Where is yours? I need them to take us to the Arbites outpost. Our sergeant? We strung up our sergeant. The Arbites gave him to us. They serve the riven sky, and nothing comes from the sky but evil. Guardsman's one eye studies your squad intently, as if calculating something. First, you had comments in a flat voice. Murder of a superior officer, desertion of living tithe quarters, defamation of Adeptus Arbites members. More than enough for a verdict. Explain to this man at once how he will address me. Guardsman, before you stands Rogue Trader Terry von Valancius. By the will of the Emperor, the ruler of millions of subjects, and the sovereign of many planets, Lethus included. From now on, you will show his lordship proper deference and obey any order without question. Yes, I see. I see the crux of the matter. You are someone very important. Someone whose arrival could turn the tide. This is even more than I expected. You'd better explain immediately. And you admit to murder your commander so easily. Matter? No, the enemy. He was hiding the truth from us and prevented us from taking action. His death opened the way to freedom. Made us realize that there's nothing up there. We're on our own. Who are you? Self-proclaimed Captain Walls, a stepchild of the Imperium, as we all are here, a living tithe abandoned to his fate, and a Death World veteran who ended up among recruits by mistake. What happened to you? Our illusions were shattered. The Arbites brought us here and left us to rot. For years, we waited for our chance to die heroically in the name of the Imperium until we realized the Imperium is gone. All there is the riven sky. Makes you think there's no Imperium. Look around you. Everything you see was the tithe, a sacred payment to the Imperium, and what became of it? Why did it never travel to other worlds as we'd been promised? Why are we starving here instead of doing battle among the stars? Because there's nothing there, that's why. How long have these people been here? Where do you think I came from? The riven sky. You children of the abyss like to toy with our minds. You keep bringing new garbage here and dumping it on our heads, all just to maintain the feeble facade of your lies. And you keep talking about a future that will never come. Enough. What is the riven sky? Don't try to fool me. We both know the truth. The riven sky is the abyss that has devoured everything outside. The primordial darkness. Sometimes the sky sends people, but they're imitations. Shadows wearing human skins. They don't know that they don't exist, but I see right through them. They come from the steel star with the scarlet overseeing eye from your ruler's throne. Do Star Trek beam them on your ship to prove them wrong? To stop the discussion? No, they're about to get beamed, but they're not going anywhere. They're just going to die, I think. If the Imperium does not exist, who feeds you? We break the containers open and we get our own sustenance. At least the food we have here is real. Your minions, the Arbites, toss us some rations, but they are enough for the whole regiment. There are too many of us now. The choice between starving to death and desecrating the tithe, the mitigating circumstance will be taken into account during your sentencing. You're insane. That's what you emissaries of the riven sky always say. Because you're afraid of one who knows the truth. Address the guardsmen. Make the decision here and now. Are you loyal children of the Imperium, or are you traitors befuddled by a heretic? Soldiers exchange anxious glances. There are hints of doubt and shame in their discordant voices. A sweet lie told by servants of the riven sky over and over, but not to worry, their end is nigh. Alright, time to put an end to this madness. That perfectly captures your rotten essence. You take true words and twist them into lies. No, we will put an end to the madness. Stepchildren, attack. Nah, I'm kind of alright with this. Captain Walls doesn't even have 1,000 health. Poor man is fucked. This one fled in my game. might meet her again or not. Wait, which woman? Which one? What do you mean? Solomorne, we're gonna send you back here. Cabela, you can stay there. Maybe. Aha, she can't stay there. All right, Adira. That kind of scared me for a second. All right. Wait, where did Captain Walls go? Excuse me? Wait, how the hell did you get all the way over there? What?
They'll write legends about me.
Dude, she's... You didn't put anyone in the tank? Can you? Well, you into legal stuff? Had this happen in IRL 3 times and I'm allergic to this? That's garbage. That sucks. Can I hit you? Wait, there's no way. Wait, there's no way that my range ends here and he is standing here. Are you kidding me?
That is not my destiny. I'm not so sure.
Congratulations, genius. There we go. A change of tactics. We just cut off all the arrival points for their reinforcements. See those cables and counterweights? They're what's keeping the containers suspended. We get rid of the counterweights and the containers will fall and block the passages. Someone will have to climb into this semblance of a tank and open fire on those targets, while the rest activate the shell loading system using the cogitators and hold off the enemies. Choose who will man the tank. Solomorne. Acknowledged. Take care of Glyto while I'm busy. Can I drop it on them? Wait, how many? I have 32 movement points. Is there another, like, place that I have to go? No? Alright, love to see that.
Out of my way.
I mean... At least 7 enemies with a single shot from a tank. Oh shit, I killed fucking Adira! Oh shit!
Let's make it quick.
That actually kind of sucks. Because she's like my primary AoE person.
Low momentum.
Oh, moment. That never happens. What is this? Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We'll do this. Gonna do this. 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 Become
My place is at the fore.
God.
Indeed.
All right.
Trust. As the tenants demand.
We'll do this. Nice. Okay.
Hold on.
Nice. Abelard. You would,
Victory
deal
is
with this
good.
man.
I will.
I can't believe that this would have happened again.
Here we go. Out of my way.
Man, that's so crazy that that happened again. Oh, wait. Wait, what do you mean? No, he doesn't have... Fuck.
Let's make it quick. Hold on. Let's get to it.
Oh, wait, what?
Let's
Why did it only get one shot this time? Uh... All right. It is. Why do they just cheat? I mean, it doesn't matter. They're all dead right now anyway, but fucking hell. Hooray. We did it. There's a lot of corpses. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is like garbage armor. Garbage armor. All right, where's the bossman? We have a bossman around here somewhere. Right? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's way the fuck over here for no reason. Are you max on rep? No. That's why I'm sending it all to cargo, so that I can use it to get better rep. Why is it so rate of fire? What are the hits an ally with this weapon? That ally gains 1 AP, 1 MP, and plus 6% critical chance during the next turn. This bonus does not stack. That's why. So much loot, though? Yeah, like, but it's all the same. Like, they're all the same weapons, they're all the same guns, they're all the same everything else. Hello, new shield. Ability successful attacks of opportunity inflict immobilized on the target. That's actually kind of busted. Minus 10 damage from any source until the end of combat. After the combat ends, the user suffers 1 random trauma. Melt the charge. This is actually quite good. Minus 10. Oh. Wait, what? What do you mean?
No can do.
Why not? Wait, why can't she use this?
That is not my destiny.
That's a lie. Wait, since when is this a thing?
Not this scryer's job.
What the fuck? Since when is this a thing? This is never... I have used this to get rid of fucking fresh injuries over and over and over again. What do you fucking mean I can't use this anymore? Fucking 0 out of 10. Bullshit. Garbage video game. Might as well... Wait, what the fuck is this? I know, it's bullshit. Having to use fucking inventory? What is this nonsense? absolute shenanigans. Having to use consumables. Absolutely fucking disgusting.
Thank you.
So can I get to this? No. Okay. That is something that is for not now. Well, oh, that's right. We did that. Oh, there's goods down here. Haven't used the inventory. Read these out. How dare you? Wait, what is this? When the wearer uses charge, Danse Macabre, dash, or death from above, the wearer's damage is increased by 8% until the end of their turn, stacks up to 3 times. This could be decent for Cabela. What is Cabela's boots? 18% parry. Attacker stagger, the wearer's parry is increased by 45%. That could be really good. Okay, yeah. Sorry, this is also just not good. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, I should say. And we just can't get there right now. Okay. Well, we have literally one thing left to do. I'm not gonna skip this just in case it like bugs out. Oh, another key. Okay. Lost Vox. The Vox plays the log of the most recent messages. 353rd Company, come in. This is Private Wilger. I've lost my unit. I've been wandering in this infernal cargo maze for 5 full days now, requesting assistance. I've run out of rations. I'm hungry as a dog. I feel like eating the sling on my las gun. I can see smoke, probably from some kind of camp, but I don't see a path to get there. Try to circle around Wilger out. ... This is Private Wilger. Come in. I've lost sight of the smoke. Can't tell where I am now. I did find a container packed with delicacies, though. Something called roe, which seems to be eggs from actual genuine fish. All in synth capsules, vacuum sealed. There's enough food for a whole company here. Maybe that'll get you to respond. Wilger out. It's Wilger. Come in. Been a week. Respond to anybody. I hate it. I hate roe. There. Oh. Our Mastiff gets 25 weapon skill. Its maximum wounds are increased by 50% and deals 300% more damage. While battle mode standby, the Cyber Mastiff's critical hit chance is increased by 30%. Jesus. Hello. Wait, why does it not have anything equipped? 10 weapon skill and strength and deals 200% more damage? Nope. 50% weapon skill and strength? Nope. The fuck? Okay, there. Okay. 20 weapon skill and strength. Maximum wounds are increased by 50%. Okay, so 20 weapon skill and strength. So I lose 5 weapon skill, but I gain 20 strength. Its maximum wounds are increased by 50%. Same. Glido left the party. What Solomorne did after you went to Amirite? Maybe. Deals 300% more damage. What the apprehending Cyber Mastiff attacks the apprehended target. Whenever an ally other than the Overseer successfully attacks it for the first 5 times in a round. Whenever the Cyber Mastiff kills him. Hello. This seems like very strong. Strength bonus over 2. So this is actually going to be higher whenever I equip it, right? Wait, what the fuck? We're gonna redo this. Okay, so 100 strength, right? There we go. 100 strength. 80 strength. Okay. Oh, wait. Did they actually fix that? Wait, that would actually be really nice if they actually fixed that. Because before, it wasn't taking into consideration the stats that the item itself would give whenever it would give these numbers that scale off of stats. So like that 5 times in a round, that scales off of the strength that you would have. Well, right now we only have an 80 strength, which would be, let me look at it again so I'm not lying, right? Strength over 2, right? Or strength bonus over 2. My strength bonus right now would be 80 or 8, right? So divided by 2 would be 4, but it's showing 5, which would be true once I equip this and strength is put on. That's actually huge. Also, a kind of a crazy weapon skill. 111. Does anybody have? I mean, she's got a 95. $85. No. Literally, the closest that we have is Jai with a 95. This thing's got my next highest, like, weapon/ballistic skill beat by fucking 15. It's actually kind of wild. All right. Well, we did it. A corpse with the insignia of Imperial Guard box operator. His battered knuckles and horrific injuries indicate that this man went down fighting.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Do you know? Or do you just think that you do? And you motherfuckers. Proctor Adriana Yeager, Outpost TM-255. Greetings, Rogue Trader. The woman hailing you could hardly be called ancient, but it seems her life has been arduous enough to turn her hair gray well before its time. Greetings, Jaeger. The lack of provisions and order here has driven the recruits to anarchy. We were supposed to keep the guardsmen in good shape. I'm waiting for an explanation. They have spawned extra mouths and rebelled against their commanders. There were too few of us to prevent this, but we will not issue a single extra ration merely out of an unplanned human surplus. Don't even ask if you tried to petition the Administratum for additional provisions. I know it's not in your instructions, and I can see that you do not care about the human surplus, as you put it. Why is your landing pad blocked? I formally apologize for this on behalf of the Adeptus Arbites. We have been forced to stockpile shipments of weapons and explosives within the walls of the outpost to keep the living tithe from getting to them. I was attacked by guardsmen. Drone's blood, more losses among the living tithe. The arbitrator rubs her temple wearily. Why have you not dealt with the insurgents? They nearly stole a tank. The tithe is taking damage. I'm aware of that. However, we cannot afford an operation to capture and eliminate the insurgents. That would cause losses among the arbitrators, which would be catastrophic in our current situation. We barely have enough people to stand watch and man the planetary defense weaponry. Where do you suppose that leaves container loading systems? We are forced to keep order only where we can. For the time being, cargo loss is still within Administratum regulated norm of deterioration. World clearly has problems. It's about time someone fixes them. Let us not waste time and move on to the purpose of your inspection. The authenticity of the Administratum and Adeptus Arbites authorizations has been verified upon your vessel's identification. I'm aware that this is not a social visit. To speak plainly, why has the head of the dynasty come here in person? The marshal has ordered the tithe to be transported to Dargotis to start loading the barges. So that's how it is, after so many years. Understood. Understood, Rogue Trader. We will begin loading immediately. Where are all these cranes coming from? 7 days passed? Lord Captain, your shuttle pilot reports that due to the loading activity, it is no longer possible to keep the shuttle on Lethus' surface. There is a risk of collision with the cargo handling mechanisms. The shuttle will remain in orbit until it can safely land at the Arbites outpost to take you aboard. I apologize for the inconvenience, Rogue Trader. If it's any consolation, the loading process is nearly complete, and only a few formalities remain. In particular, we need the tithe inventory. The clerk Tertius Court has it. As much as it offends me, I must ask you to return him to the outpost. That said, retrieving the inventory without the clerk will also suffice. Why don't you go fetch him yourself? All arbitrators are busy remotely monitoring the transport protocol. No one leaves the outpost alone, which means we would have to form a unit, and that, in turn, means the unloading process would stop. Believe me, I would never have asked a rogue trader to run an airman for me, but I'm doing my best to streamline the process. Remarkable ineptitude, Jaeger. I'll assist you, but only because I want to get off this dump as planned as soon as possible. The section that Quart is currently taking inventory of is not far from here. We have blocked the passage so that the living tide does not bother the scribes. I'll clear the way for you now. Anything else I need to know? Hardly, but I could give a brief resume. Like how the scribes Quart was personally selected by the prefect to maintain the inventory. He is meticulous, efficient, and incredibly committed. I saw him on several occasions, and he was always immersed in his work, perhaps even obsessively so. Alright, alright, let's go. Why are you so... Why is everybody so shit at their jobs? Every job is just... You're just garbage at it. Decayed books rest on the gilded pedestal. The plaque underneath bears the half-faded letters of an inscription in High Gothic. Lex Imperialis, volume 964, addendum 33b. And you? Need stacks of papers and diagrams, their meaning obscured by codes and ciphers. Cool.
Hey, what's that?
A ring. A Rogue Trader signal ring. Whenever protected is used on the Rogue Trader, the Overseer gains +1 AP. The operating is our mess. Okay. I'm not going to use it, but... Hello. Warrior armor. Less than 100. Their coercion is increased by 25 and critical damage by 25. Its property, 8 armor, which scales off of coercion. Oh, so that's like literally designed for him, huh? Scoped shotgun. What the fuck do you mean? $30, $40, $35, $40. The weapons are arranged in a strict order in vivid contrast to the haphazardly aligned walls of the containers. Just be out the outpost. How long have you been here? For many years, Rogue Trader. When I first set foot on Lethus, my hair was like a raven's wing. There was a stupid certainty in my head that I would be here for a dozen cycles at most. Thankfully, Lethus has been eaten the rotten habit of hoping and making plans out of me and taught me patience and humility instead. Alright. Let's take my leave. Leash Master? That's funny. Let us go. Let us go. Opens the hatch. Oh, please. You know what? No, you don't get you don't deserve healing. The papers are covered in cramped handwriting. When you stop to examine it more closely, it turns out to be a single endless string of numbers. You're fucking stupid. Like, everybody else stopped. Solomorne's like, what is this? I don't understand. The container is filled to the brim with dried, polished human bones. You can barely make out the ecclesiarchy symbol on the rusted plasteel. Seems fine. Right? That's totally fine. Nothing but rubbish and a few spent casings inside. Let's find out what's going on here. Dude is going on here. All right, what do we got? Coffin Maker Sledge, Power Hammer. Single target attack deals additional direct damage equal to 5% of the target's maximum wounds. Up to a maximum of 300. How much? Wait, how much do I... 160? What's 5% of 160? 160 times 0.05. 8 damage. Ah! So it would be anywhere from 33 to 48 damage. More armor pen. More damage. But not by a ton. Well, yeah, the 26 to 33. The 26 to 33 shift is way more than... Well, I guess it's actually relatively... Yeah, 26 to 39 versus 25 to 40. Whatever. Wait, did I not actually grab it? Gimme.
Let us walk this path to the end.
No. You do not go anywhere. Let me read this. Did you hear that? That's not the creaking of a container. It's some kind of creature howling. Is it trying to scare us away by screaming, or is it calling to its own kind? We need to prepare for the worst. Hooray. Someone has taken shelter in the old container. There is a simple bed and a table, both of which are buried in data slates and papers, and the walls are scribbled over in an unintelligible calculations. The excrement of a very large creature. You see guardsman dog tags and pieces of armor.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Hello? Back to... What the fuck? Is there... No, there's not a way here, huh? I have a feeling this opens here in a second. 200 million. No! Didn't account for corrosion, but where? I've come for the inventory. Another unauthorized addition to the living tithe. Your turn is at 8 cycles. Shoo. This Rogue Trader. I am Terry Von Valancius. I need the summary report on the tithe. Tertius Court, rank 3 scribe of the Department of the Quality 1, the inventory. There is no Rogue Trader on the inventory. I can't give you anything before I fill in the form, so let's start with the retinue. Relax, Tertius. There's no time for any further inventory taking. Just give us the report. We'll take you to the shuttles without any trouble. I believe you, but the report, just one tiny bit of stock taking, all right? Timer's running out. The document court. Notice. No digressions. Please understand, I need time for additional inventory taking, just a couple of years, no, decades. Yes, of course. Let me open the pet to the cogitator. That's where the inventory is. And yeah, that's that. All right, what do we got? We hid in the container when things started to look bad on the old Heartless. We'll climb out once they unload the goods at the port warehouse. I bet those thick-headed lawmen won't even realize they've graciously brought a couple of ratsies right to their precious hoard. Got no food here, though. It's cold as a grave. Fine, we'll manage. They're not going to drag all this to the other side of the sector, are they? Soon, Trey and Kyra are going to be the richest rats in the whole expanse. Yeah, I think that, huh? We got for the first time around, where it kills 3 or more targets using a weapon area attack. The area attack does not spend MP. Does not count toward the attack limit per turn. That could actually be really good for Ulfar. Emaciated, blue-skinned, frozen corpses cling to the container's lid with broken nails. Shattered knives lie at their feet. The patches on their clothes bear the name Heartless.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
There are pits in the sand, as if someone tried to dig something out, or dig their way out. Dump, dump, dump! Hi, psychos. Oh. Well, then. The sand is their ally. Watch out. Oh, you have 3. That I was about to say you only have 3,000 health. What? What do you mean? What do you mean there's no line of sight to the target? Oh my god. So stupid.
Am I getting paid for this?
All right, Adira.
Don't get too cocky.
Then we do this, 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 and
Quiet, Whisper. It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
do I still have the... I do not. Okay, cool.
Tell me, and it is done.
Where's Adira? There you are.
I hold all the cards.
Anything else?
Oh. Okay. Well.
God, Emperor, do not leave me now.
Oh, did I just suicide her on accident? Oops. All right, so we have these two are at full health. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, this, This.
Will not be deterred.
What's this one? Oh, it's this that I need to do, right? Alright. And then this. Beautiful. And then we do this with Abelard. Give him his extra turn. Well, that's just rude. Excuse me, ma'am. Ask you to cut it the fuck out. Wait. You're such bullshit. That is such bullshit. Just a Solomorne must pass agility resist. Wait, what does it say? On a failed test, the creature becomes immobilized and considered full cover for Solomorne. Okay. 46% additional armor pen inflicts 40 levels of bleeding on targets hit. Wait, what does this one do? Reduce dodge, parry, block targets in this area of effect by 38% for 1 round, regardless whether they're hit or not. Damage from this attack is reduced by half. What is his? Oh, that a lot. All right.
One of us would be enough.
Wait, what is this?
No heretic escapes punishment.
Okay. And then, you know what? We could do this.
A colossal mistake.
What? How did he hit himself? Why are you so terrible at your job? Wait, what did he take damage from? I guess he didn't? Alright, well, whatever. What's this do? I don't know what Fury does. Bella. Oh, she's gone. God damn it.
I bring mercy and retribution.
What is 9 again? What is this?
Trust me. This arrow warned me, but I did not understand.
Alright. Abelard. Do not like that you are right here. So.
It will be done.
Yo, we got him with both. Let's go. Holy shit. Wait. Oh, it's direct damage. Immune effects that changes priority target. Place among targets on loose ground with the get off the ground effect. It deals additional damage to those targets even if the target is okay. Okay. I see.
I can do that with the right incentive.
No fucking way.
Indeed.
That's unfortunate.
Definitely need a drink or a medikit.
Yo!
Heresy grows from idleness.
All right. We got the kill with the weak version of the thing. First off, examine. Muffled growl comes from beneath the sand. The moment you approach, the sound fades and blood starts pumping in your temples. You feel your lips stretching into a vicious grin. These people were buried up to their necks in the sand. The agony that is forever imprinted on their twisted faces shows this was a harsh execution. Nice. Good doggo. New Cyber Raven. What we got? 30 willpower. Well, it's so we got 25. The force level radius immediately move once. Okay. Force level radius around the Cyber Raven. The Overseer's relayed attacking psychic powers. But when their Cyber Raven relays an attacking psychic power, the Overseer suffers damage equal to 10% of their maximum wounds. Additionally, the Overseer is slowed and cannot dodge attacks while in this area. Oh, that. So you can just spam this shit as long as you still have health. And AP, I guess. So we're gonna get rid of some issues here. What? Wait, what? Wait, what is your Medicaid? 50. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I using him? He has 161. Why the fuck am I using Abelard? Cabela is infinitely better at using this shit. There we go. Yeah, like literally guaranteed versus a fucking literal 50-50. Alright, so first off, loot. Hello. One of the wearer use the charge that blah, 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 blah. You get 60% armor pen and dodge reduction until the end of their turn. Stacks up to 3 times. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Ugh. Hello. 40% requires heretical follower, where the wielder blocks an attack. Possible they counterattack that enemy, gaining an additional 30% crit chance. Literally impossible to wear, right? Yep. And also, yep. Adira could wear it. Oh, shit. We didn't actually loot it. This was the people buried up to... Yeah. Wait, there's loot over here. How did I miss loot over here? What is wrong with me? Can't believe I would dare do such a thing.
Whatever is the matter, Proctor? Could it be that the...
Okay. Glad I didn't miss this. Oh, hello. It's a target with a shield. That target has a toughness resistance or be knocked prone. Quite good. Dodge penalty of the wearer's armor is reduced by 10%. The wearer's agility is 60 or more. That penalty is reduced by 15% instead. And strength and 5 toughness. Okay, so wait. Agility is not 60 or more. Dodge penalty of the wearer's armor is reduced by 10%. What is your dodge penalty? 75. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think we're fine. Quirt, time to kill you. The clerk gives you a hounded look, his implant cracking ominously. You eliminate the ambles? Good. I'm crossing them off the inventory. How many injuries have you sustained? I must account for the units of blood spilt. There's no catch there with the inventory, is there? I thought it would stop you. I have a job to finish. Can't imagine how hard this is. The workload, the responsibility. Please understand I'm on my own here. Well, almost. There's another scribe here. He works at night and litters the reports with errors. You even realize what the consequences are for attempting to kill a rogue trader? Yes, to death, but with you gone, the time that would have stayed here would have given me time meeting the target, filling in the last 4. Those are the only things that matter. He's lost his mind and is unlikely to recover it. I see no point in judging a madman. I simply collecting the inventory and leaving. Enough. Where's the inventory? It's incomplete! Inventory is in my implant, and it's notifying me of unaccounted for assets all the time. My head is the inventory. Much as I hate to distract you, you're coming with me. Sobs and lowers the sparking head, ready to follow. Such a dick. Oh my god, it's 9:53. Okay. Before I start anything else, I did not realize just what time it was. It is about time to go. So, Jello, if you're still here, will I be able to finish this in the next 5 minutes? I feel like probably no. I feel like there's at least one more boss fight. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. I'll just be tired tomorrow. Oh, wait. Was that... I guess that was the boss fight for this quest. The Amble. The Amble Mother. Rogue Trader, you're now in the final stage of the loading process. Consequently, your shuttle is finally able to maneuver around the inland. As soon as the matter of the inventory is settled, you'll be free to depart. There's some cutscenes for so not 5 minutes. I'll get them done tonight. Here's your clerk. What is next? We do not have much left to load. The bulk of it is already on the barges, and the rest is being delivered automatically. We merely need to decide what to do with the living tide. They have been bred irresponsibly and are now twice as numerous as before. I think you got the fight done. Okay. They are people, not a living tithe. Take everyone. If there's not enough room, throw out something rotten. Proctor Yeager nods without taking your eyes off the data slate. Evidently, the fate of these people interested are only within the framework of statistics. Then it is settled. Your shuttle is ready to depart. We will take care of... Watcher of Lethus. The space around you suddenly fills with screeches and crackles that pour from every voxcaster and speaker. Then you hear a deep male voice. Query. Invitation to the Von Valanci's orbital station. Uploading coordinates into the shuttle's central cogitator. Complete. Purpose. Finalizing the Oblivion Directive. Tarry not, offspring. If you delay, you'll be blown up along with all the extraneous subjects. Blast it! Jaeger whispers, grabbing her data slate and typing frantic commands into it. That voice doesn't sound familiar. No, why would it? Forgive me, Lord Captain. I'm hearing things. No, she's dead. She's gone. Shut up. Sorry, my little whisper suddenly hit a sore spot. Huh? Did I miss something? Who are you? Answers, answers. Yes, we have always had a thirst for knowledge. I'll satisfy your curiosity when you come to me. I need to know if you have what it takes to see this through. Now hurry. The world will soon cease to exist. Proctor Adriana Jaeger. Jaeger's data slate is flashing a panic thread. The augurs are recording anomalous seismic activity. Someone has started arming the cyclonic bombs in the bowels of Lethus. The machine spirits are rejecting all counter litanies. The planet is done for. We cannot stop this. Her lips tighten into a white streak, and her data slate falls to the floor. The Proctor raises her weapon, followed by the rest of the arbitrators. I demand an explanation, Rogue Trader. Why can't we block the Oblivion? Is this your doing? What do you think you're doing, Jaeger? Lower your weapon this instant. Pull yourself together, or you'll regret it. My job is to guard the tithe, even from a rogue trader if necessary. Kindly explain yourself, or I'll be forced to take action. Enough, Jaeger! Not only are your efforts not helping to protect the tithe, they are actually hurting the cause. Lay down your weapons before you make one final mistake. I see you no longer serve the Lex Imperialis, but the interests of a rogue trader. Jaeger resolutely clutches her weapon. What are you doing? Fighting against a flawed interpretation of the Lex Imperialis. Solomorne takes his eyes off Jaeger for a moment, looks at you intently. I did not think you would see it any other way. Either you wait on my ship while I sort everything out, or you perish ignominiously by my hand. Are you so confident you have the upper hand? I start all over you, clearly reassessing the threat in your favor. The planet is about to fall apart. In case you have forgotten, I'm as much danger as you are. If we continue to stand here doing nothing, we are all dead. The crease between Jaeger's eyebrows grows even deeper. I may have overestimated your role in the current events. I see no need for further confrontation. Consider the issue settled for now. We will board your flagship, and you will investigate the identity of the perpetrator. Let us return to this matter in the Marshal's presence on Dargonis. Time to go. The fuck are you? Going behind you. Obviously, there's loot to be had, so therefore we are looting the things. Lady Theodora's mantle. At the start of the wearer's turn, if there are more enemies than allies in combat, the wearer deals 20% more damage with melee weapons. Oh shit, that's why. That's why there's no check for it. All right, what do you have on? If the wearer's target is suffering from bleeding, the wearer's melee attacks deal an additional 2% damage for each point of the target's agility bonus. What is her agility bonus? So 18%, right? How about 20%? Yo, that fucking cloak, though? She looks actually kind of wild. We have loots to have. Watcher of Lethus. Identification, Rogue Trader Von Valent. A human torso is built in the massive cogitator, countless cables entangle the shriveled body, and snake under the pale skin. Identification, Rogue Trader Von Valencius. Initiating the final stage of the Oblivion Directive. A ragged wheeze escapes the Vox grill, and the man's speech comes more animated and bilious. You have arrived at last, offspring. At last, everything ends. Go on, take the last step, confirm the execution of the directive, and in so doing, destroy Lethus, take its riches, and free me from this unbearable vigil. Explain to me what is going on now. You really do not know? Did she choose not to tell you, or did she not get the chance? It doesn't matter anymore. Yours is the blood of the dynasty, and so I am compelled to give you this answer. Supreme Ordinance. The arrival of the head of the Von Valencius dynasty with the purpose of extraction of the tithe triggers the immediate activation of the Oblivion Director by the Watcher of Lethus. At the moment of the directive's activation, the machine spirits in the systems are bound in Prometheus Proxima class Cogni Shackles. The Cogni Shackles cannot be removed by any means. The directives guarantees the Rogue Trader's acquisition of the planet's assets and the destruction of Lethus, presented as being caused by the actions of the enemies of humanity. The Lady Theodora intended to steal the tithe from the start. She arranged the world's destruction to cover her tracks, installed a servant to keep an eye on things, and even made a contingency plan in case of her own death. All she needed was an opportune moment like this one. With the expanse being torn apart, the planet's death looks convincing. Outrageous accusation. Lady Theodora never would have sullied herself with such heresy. Stealing the sacred tithe? Never. I believe him. Lady Theodora always played for high stakes. All or nothing. It's the only game there ever was for her. The dear grimaces, clutches her temples, and snaps as she turns away. Will you shut your gobs already? I don't know any Dariuses. Got it? Now that's ambition. You can't even call it theft. Just an ingenious redistribution of resources on a sector scale. Ingenious and audacious. Abort Lethus' destruction this instant. I must refuse. The Supreme Ordinance states that if the head of the dynasty has declared the tide's evacuation, I am to destroy the planet. You are the one who announced the arbitrators that you were taking the tithe with you. The directive has been initiated and the Cogni Shackles placed. It cannot be stopped. Were you the one who entreated it? on my conversation with Vigdis? Yes, I needed to exchange codes with the flagship in order to identify the vessel and its owner. I had to sift through onboard communication channels and systems to verify the new Lord Captain's data and his right to be one. What if I simply kill you? Then you'll change nothing. The directive cannot be stopped. The Cogni shackles, once applied to the initiation systems, are unbreakable. Accept your fate, offspring. I accepted mine long ago. I'm going to claim the tithe for my own. I've long since been robbed of the luxury of freely expressing my thoughts. I am merely quoting Theodore's plan. This qualifies for a culprit's confession, except the culprit herself is dead, and judging this creature would be pointless. Still, we must decide what to do next, Rogue Trader. If the Marshal learns the whole truth, it will make things difficult for everyone. It is better that you redress Theodore's crime by sending part of the tithe to support the afflicted worlds of the Expanse and delivering the rest to the Administratum. I have questions. Are you a servitor? Something entirely different, offspring. A prisoner of my own mind and these machines? Do not let my manner of speech deceive you. I am only following the orders vested in me. Part of my brain that controls my ability to converse and holds scraps of my personality was severed from my volition centers, and locked into a cage of functions and limitations. You crave death? That is not typical for thralls who have no will of their own. What does it matter what I crave if I am doomed to follow orders? Yes, I need you to complete the Oblivion Directive and trigger the station shutdown so that I can be set free at last. And yet, in all these years, I have done nothing but bring my death closer. I can wait an eternity longer, suffering, but infallibly obedient. Why are you consigned to this? I was a threat to Theodora's rule, and she had my brain dissected, a sophisticated sentence to be humiliated, to live in suffering, yet continue to serve the dynasty, perfectly harmless. Absorb this lesson, offspring. This is how a rogue trader metes out punishment. You can think for yourself. Calling it thinking would be an overstatement. Imagine a corridor with all the doors locked except for one or two. That would be my consciousness. Yes, a dark, suffocating corridor with fading pictures of memory and nail scratches on the walls. At least you're alone in that corridor and will never have to wonder who's banging on the door from the other side and how long the flimsy hinges of your mind will hold. No other questions. Why do you call me offspring? What else should I call you? The heir to the dynasty's throne, a young descendant? You may have grown used to people prostrating themselves before you, but to me, you are just a child. I've decided. Then announce your decision. A portion of the tithe will remain with me, and I'll see to it that it finds its way to the worlds affected by the crisis. You are a better person than Theodora was. Do not take this as a compliment. It is an extremely detrimental quality for a rogue trader. The rogue trader has spoken. The barges will go where he has decreed, and the Watcher of Lethus has served his purpose. I had hoped that I would feel relief. I know that it's there, locked inside my protocols, and she wanted me to know and to not feel. Watcher's head hits his sunken chest. Even at the moment of his death, he was denied the elation of freedom. The vid screens of the cogitators flicker, trying to process the influx of data, and then fade all at once. What the fuck is he doing with that gun? I don't know about you guys, but I would want to get the fuck away from an exploding planet. But, you know, that's me, I guess. Lord Captain, your immediate intervention is required. The barges he sent to Targonis have been attacked by enemy ships that just emerged from the warp. Oh my fucking god! The system's coordinates are classified. How do they find us? Presently, we do not know, Lord Captain, but we're already working on it. What ships are they? They carry no identifying marks, and the signatures are unreadable. All I can tell you is that they are of Imperial construction. Prepare for battle, I am coming. God damn it! So the final boss of this side quest is a fucking ship battle? Or is it gonna be like you finish the ship battle and then the game's like, ah, but you have to take him out yourself. You have to go into his capital ship and destroy him on the bridge. What? Wait. Oh, I have to protect these. Okay, so we got 1, 2 back here. 3, 4. Okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is literally just these 4. Okay, got it. Wait, what is this one? Boarding party? Okay.
All ahead.
You ain't going fucking nowhere. Fuck. If I'd only gone 1 over, I could have shot this guy. Oh well. Ah, okay. Okay. I have literally nothing that's going to touch these people. Wait, what? You made effective use of every special zone in void battles at least once. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean by this. All the types of cloud. Oh, that's what that means. Okay. We have the Cobra class. Surprised this didn't attack anybody. That's actually kind of wild. Oh my god. Which didn't exist until this DLC. Gotcha. Okay. Do I really have to? That's bullshit. And I hate that. I hate that a whole fucking lot. You guys are so fucking far away. What is this? Oh, I have to protect them until they get to there. Okay, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it. Damn it. Dude, the Heartless over here fucking putting in work. Let's go. Who's trying to... Oh, this guy. Dead man walking.
Always target the weakest point.
Always target the weakest point, you think? Are you sure about that? Oh, wait. Next shot, not next ability. That's a little unfortunate. What does this do? Really wish. Yeah, not quite close enough. Damn. Actually does need to be within one spot. Get fucking wrecked, you nerd. Hey, y'all can fucking stop. Oh, beautiful. Die. also die.
I hear their dying pleas in the void.
Ah, I can.
Bring doom to our enemies.
I do this.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates.
Then we hit you, right? We could do this. What do you mean? Oh, okay. What? Yes! So we only have the starfighters here. And they're going after us, so we don't even have to worry. I should have swapped back to fighters myself, actually. Holy fuck. Wait, what the hell? Oh, okay.
Full speed ahead.
Goodbye. Let's go! Nobody destroys our tithe shipments. Fuck these nerds. Okay, cool. Cool. I got a little bit nervous in that last fucking turn when they took that one fucking ship down to like 30%. All enemy vessels destroyed. When will these upstarts get the message? You attack a rogue trader, you'll be floating in the void like a dead rat in a lower decker soup. Who were they? Well coordinated? Well equipped, signatures encrypted. These weren't some nameless void rebel. They were professionals. Mercenaries, Lord Captain. Is that right? Is that right? Mercenaries, huh? How do they know where we were? Traitors. Some of them had infiltrated the crew, a dozen voidsmen, a few officers, and thrown even one astropath. That eyeless scumbag sent his mates the system's coordinates when he arrived. Their ships must have been patrolling this region in hopes of discovering Letha's. Or these traitors. The Master-at-Arms handled their interrogation personally, and she managed to break the most resistant ones. In short, we learned that they wanted to destroy part of the tithe and retreat. Strange behavior for pirates, wouldn't you agree? The last one spat out a cryptic warning along with his entrails. By the time you get back to Dargonis, it'll be too late. What that means exactly? I know exactly what that means. Because we had a few... And a few mercs laying around in our fucking administratum for the barges. Successfully translated into the warp and are now on their way to the coordinates. Oh, we're moving out. Must be told about what happened here. Wait, what the hell? Warp jump passed without incident. Hooray. Wait, why was this showing like 18 different things here? What the hell's going on? Yeah, that's what I thought. But when I scrolled over it, it was like blank spot, blank spot, blank spot, blank spot, blank spot. During the warp journey, the augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's void ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted, the immaterial. Okay, so that was not something specific to this ship. What are you doing, bud? Hello? Could we please go to the fucking capital? Thank you. There's your report, Lord Captain. The barges carrying the tithe have been seized and are heading off in an unknown direction. Multiple sources are voxing the flagship at once. I detect signatures of several noble houses and the administratum. Was the administratum message say? Your request to come to the Palace of Justice in person. The prefect speaks of a terrible heresy that is threatening the Von Valencia's protectorate. While you are away, steps were taken to prevent the spread of the corruption. However, your presence is required to make the final decision. Prefect Vulture will meet you in person for a confidential conversation. The noble houses want. Message have no discernible structure or cause. Professions of loyalty, audience requests, even pleas for leniency. One thing is clear, Lord Captain, something has agitated the upper echelons of the nobility. In other words, they are scared. Who dare do this? We're getting reports of it being in order from the Adeptus Administratum. We have received several official forms to the effect that Dargonis' orbit is currently deemed unsafe for Tithe storage due to an unspecified threat that has sprung up on the world in your absence. Okay. Here's you have no choice if you want to help your subjects. Although I don't like what's going on, I would advise you to go to the palace. If nothing else, you'll find out what you can do to protect your people. Tithe barges must be recovered at any cost. The Lord Captain. And it's going to be the same, because I feel like we didn't talk to Vulture the last time we went to the Administratum. It's some rando. Rogue Trader, right? It was. I don't think it was Vulture. Maybe it was. Why were the tithe barges detained? Due to recent suspicions of the heresy of concealing the sacred tithe, an emergency inspection has been initiated. Until said inspection is complete, tithe will remain in the custody of the Administratum for a term amounting to 145 planetary cycles and 17 solar cycles, according to Dargonis chronometry. Have you ever pondered the nature of heresy, Von Valancius? Perhaps to your mind, heresy is merely limited to Xenos, Warp Spawn, and Insurgents. But there are other heresies whose existence is far more easily forgotten. Those of negligence, of avarice, of confusion and disorder. What are you getting at? Rogue Trader Terry Von Valancius, in accordance with the amendment to decree issued by the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, you stand accused of countless heresies against the sacred tithe and the well-being of the Protectorate. All related statements have been formulated, and the evidence to your crimes registered. The proceedings will commence as soon as you and your accomplices present yourselves as the accused. A trial awaits you. This was all one carefully orchestrated spectacle, wasn't it? What? You spied on me. You knew of every word I said. How does it feel to sneak glances at one whom you could never hope to become? Your taunt hits its mark. An angry grimace passes over the prefect's face. She immediately recomposes herself, but it is too late. You saw how much your words have offended her, and she knows that you caught her reaction. Unsubstantiated conjecture mixed with an inflated sense of self-importance. I'm honored to do my duty wherever his will commands me to be. This is my report on Thessera to paint me as a heretic. All I did was provide a summary of the results of your expedition, a summary stripped of dubious attributes such as declarations of good intentions and de-emphasized consequences. The only goal has been to get your hands on the tithe. Not everyone is driven by greed and thrill-seeking, Rogue Trader. I see your position has clouded your mind. Regrettable, but unsurprising. Without due discipline and judgment in actions, it is only the most likely terminus. Just admit, you set me up. Should I try it? I have a 1 in 10. 1 in 10? Do we try it? Nah. Let's see what you have prepared for me. In the name of the God Emperor, the von Valancius dynasty stands accused of betraying the Imperium. The trial is public so that all may see the rogue trader's heresies and know that status and power are no shield against righteous punishment. Marshal Strauss, you have the floor. State the list of crimes against the Lex Imperialis that will be examined here today. With practiced skill, Strauss' voice reverberates throughout the hall. Conspiring to steal the sacred tithe, undermining the legitimate authorities on an imperial world. Involving sorcery and damage to the tithe. Conceiving and executing plans to disrupt sector-wide tithe shipments. I declare this trial concluded. You both guilty. Attack! I love that one. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna fucking Abelard answer the charges. Terry von Valancius, bearer of the Sacred Ward, the God Emperor is anointed and sovereign of this protectorate, denies these false accusations. The Administratum and Adeptus Arbites will not get away with this flagrant attempt to sully the Rogue Trader's good name and plunder his dynasty's coffers. Make no mistake. Let the record show that the defendant disregarded the opportunity given to him to repent, which only adds to the gravity of his guilt. We'll proceed to the examination of the individual tithe heresies committed by the defendant. Conspiring with the captain of the Heartless to steal the sacred tithe, upon arriving on Rykad Menoris, the Rogue Trader aided Captain Sargota in loading the tithe onto his ship under the cover of a planetary riot. I don't even remember that. Terry von Valancius later eliminated his accomplice using Adeptus Arbites forces led by Proctor Anthar. The Proctor attempted to appease the Rogue Trader's greed by offering the frigate known as the Heartless in exchange for the safety of the tithe. After realizing the utter incorruptibility of the Arbites, the Rogue Trader attempted to destroy the tithe ship. Only the timely intervention of the Proctor saved the sacred tribute. I don't remember. Then the Rogue Trader boarded the ship in an attempt to seize the tithe. His actions led to the death of a squad of arbitrators. Proctor Anthar alone survived the Rogue Trader's murderous ploy. Terry von Valancius personally eliminated his accomplice, Captain Sargota, in order to destroy the evidence of his schemes. Do you have anything to say in your defense? I can but appeal to your own common sense, Marshal Strauss. Can you recall even one instance where a heretic attempted to steal the tithe while taking a few dozen arbitrators along for company? It's certainly an unorthodox tactic, perhaps even suicidal. No, I can recall no such cases. Let a new charge be added to the record, attempting to manipulate an official. Marshal, I hope I do not need to remind you of your duty. According to the calculation of the tithe transferred from the Heartless, the Administratum was short 3 units of volume. It is presumed that the Rogue Trader did not risk seizing more in the presence of the Proctor, but even 1 ounce unaccounted for makes the tithe incomplete. Let's move on to Thessera. The world underpaid the appropriate tithe amount, a crime that should have been remedied by the Rogue Trader escorting Proctor Anthar to the backworld planet. Proctor, you are hereby called to testify. Describe what happened on the planet. When we arrived on Thessera, the Rogue Trader and I were drawn into the machinations of the planetary governor. He used sorcery on the Emperor's anointed, but the Rogue Trader managed to overcome the effects of the ritual and do battle with the heretic. The governor was executed, and we... A lie uttered in the Palace of Justice is a serious offense, Proctor. Lito, retrieve recording, Thessera 84 Alpha. The prefect nods to the marshal, who removes the device from his belt. The press of a button, and Glyto responds with a sharp metallic clang. The Cybermaster's claws carry him to Strauss. The Cybermastiff's entire body begins to tremble, his feet clawing up tiny sparks, and then he projects a picked recording from his eyes onto the floor. The footage depicts a scene from Glido's viewpoint. The quality is terrible, but you can make out the hall where the sculptor is conducting the sinister ritual. You see Maiev interfere with the ritual and the beam of warp energy connecting the two of you. You hear Solomorne's command, the scene changes, and you see Maiev, or rather yourself in Maev's body, wandering through the streets of Thessera. The next clip brings you back to the hall where Solomorne is firing on the altar. The events of the recording are echoed by a dragging pain in your muscles and a fog in your head. How is this damning? Pain flits across Solomorne's granite face as he looks at his dog. You've used us as a tool against the Rogue Trader from the beginning. Such tricks and schemes are unworthy of the Arbites. As we can observe, Proctor Anthar destroyed the heretical altar, and then a fight ensued in which the Psyker died. There is not a single shred of evidence that the Rogue Trader actually overcame the sorcery. It is more likely that the person standing before us is a heretic and a creature of corruption. Mine, yeah, I literally have my with, yeah. Any servant of yours would say whatever necessary to curry favor with the person wearing the Rogue Trader's face. Her testimony holds no weight in this case. All right, well then. Are you fucking kidding me? We do not possess sufficient knowledge of the nature of the sorcery wrought upon you, and all witnesses are dead. The court also takes note of the pernicious effects of the Rogue Trader's handling of the Emperor's servants entrusted his authority. Since arriving from Thessera, the Rogue Trader has done his duty by passing judgment on several subjects within the walls of this hall. As the doleful host, fanaticism, and the loss of blah, 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 resulted in the appointment of a new choir master that same day. He lost several messages of utmost importance, thus sparking a war between two Coronis Expanse worlds. As of now, one of these worlds has been completely destroyed and the other deemed uninhabitable. I'm going to read out the decision of the honor representative of the St. Drusus mission. We brand the one who dared subject Anne Velas, the holy votary of the faith, to horrible torture, a heretic, and an associate to evil of every kind. At the moment, the Cardinal's mental state is cause for concern. Not only has he developed a fondness for bloody rites and repulsive forms of self-flagellation, but he has also, on several occasions, injured members of his congregation who were trying to make donations to him. Ugh. Committed a transgression of soft-heartedness in running his family enterprise. He released all his convicted workers and terminated the contracts with First, the administrator is unable to do its duty and asked for help, and now it has the audacity to criticize the verdicts of the Rogue Trader. Prefect, your accusations do not merely cast aspersions on the competence of the administratum, they challenge the sanctity of the decisions of the Emperor's anointed. This case is run in the jurisdiction of the Lex Dargonis. Responsibility for the consequences lies with you. Your words are true. Crimes committed after a verdict are cause for new convictions, not martial enough. Moving on, the defendant was placed in an unprecedented position of trust by the Adeptus Arbites and the Administratum. He was entrusted with the coordinates of the world where the tithe of the entire Coronis Expanse was held. As agreed, the defendant was to transport the sacred tribute to Dargonis, but what did he do? Lady Theodora intended to steal the tithe from the start. She arranged the world's destruction to cover her tracks, installed a servant to keep an eye on things, and even made a contingency plan in case of her own death. All she needed was an opportune moment, like this one. With the Expanse being torn apart, the planet's death looks convincing. Tithe theft, orchestrated by Theodora von Valancius, committed by the defendant, witnessed by Proctor Anthar. Strox actually seems somewhat reasonable, so I don't want to kill both of them. I set a portion of the tithes for the rebuilding of the Expanse. It will serve the people better than leaving it to rot in your coffers forever. The sacred tithe is not intended to be used by anyone under the Adeptus Administratum, the deliverers of his will. Exactly. Yeah, see, I like Strox a lot more as this continues on. The Adeptus Administratum, like the Adeptus Arbites, only oversees the allocation of the tithe. I do not need to remind you of that, do I, Prefect? How good of you to speak up, Gregorus. As an addendum to the proceedings, we will be examining the heresies of Solomorne Anthar resulting from his moral failure to oppose the greed of the heretic Von Valancius. Something inside Glyto clicks and Solomorne's voice begins to play. If anyone had told me before that I'd be thinking about things like that, I probably would have caved their face in, but the truth is, I no longer see heresy in such thoughts. If the Marshal learns the whole truth, it will make things difficult. Solomorne is his own master. I do not choose for him. But if you think that an arbitrator's tenets can be so easily broken by any passing stranger, then you insult the very core of the Adeptus Arbites. The Rogue Trader is right. If the arbitrator had dared to stray from the Lex, then he never was an arbitrator. The fault lies with me for not seeing the weakness in his heart from in time. Well, the proceedings are nearing their conclusion. The record of sins and heresies presented to the servants of the God Emperor has revealed the Rogue Trader's true essence, and the verdict is grim. For his thoughts and deeds were not bent toward the service of humanity, but to indulgence of his own greed and petty ambition. Today, you are here to witness an act of righteous judgment and the downfall of the Von Valancius dynasty. Houses of Dargotis, do you reject the authority of this heretic? Urban Drivestem, if I might interrupt, Mistress Vulture, we are much obliged to you for arranging this gathering. However, all that has now taken place here does not change the facts. House Von Valancius holds the warrant of trade. House Von Valancius is a Rogue Trader dynasty, and no amount of legal contortions will change that. House Drivestem is loyal to the Rogue Trader. No shadow shall fall upon the name Von Valancius or eclipse the radiance of the beneficent Rogue Trader line. Whatever your mechanical dog may say, House Caprak is loyal to the Rogue Trader. Venerating the letter of the law is not fidelity to justice. Straying from the tenets of the Lex is not discerning the essence of truth and the granting of retribution. House Sourbeck is loyal to the Rogue Trader. House Versarian is loyal to the Rogue Trader. Adriana Jaeger, allow me to address you even though I am not of the first families of Dargonis. Proctor Jaeger, Adeptus Arbites. Lethus Outpost. Terry Von Valancius made every effort not only to save the tide, but also the Arbites contingent stationed on Lethus. I pros... Wait, what? Did I? Oh, apparently I did. I propose that such an act would have been entirely nonsensical if the Rogue Trader was intent on simply stealing the tithe. End of report. Prefect Vulture stiffens as though what she just heard has come from a very unpleasant surprise. Her slender fingers grip the armrests of her chair, her knuckles cracking. This world and its denizens are rotten to the core. Decree GC 781-89, Supplement 982. For tithe theft, participation in foul sorcery, and other crimes against the Imperium, Terry Von Valancius is sentenced to death. The property of the dynasty is hereby confiscated and placed under the oversight of the Adeptus Administratum. Any last words, convict? Marshal Strox, you have heard my arguments and the prefect's distorted version of the truth. Do you require yet more information before you denounce the real culprit? There's weight to your arguments, Rogue Trader, but even if you are right about the prefect, that does not immediately disprove all accusations against you. It is a difficult thing to admit that one is in the wrong, Marshal. You have stumbled by putting your trust in Vulture, but I have faith that you will make the right choice now. That is enough. Vulture, I trusted you, and I failed to notice when your wise counsel turned into instructions and orders. When my every action became subject to your avaricious schemes rather than the Lex. But now I see things with perfect clarity. The way you tried to manipulate the truth to achieve your ends. Clenching his fist, Strox thunders. You turned me into a puppet, and then trampled on his laws. Prefect Inscribia Vulture, you are charged with fraud, attempted assassination of the Emperor's anointed, and undermining the foundations of the Lex Imperialis. Surrender now and accept a dignified death. I must refuse, Marshal Gregorus Strax. I charge you with treason against the Imperium and conspiring with a heretic. Thanes of the Expanse, to battle! I was told there weren't any more fights in this DLC. Fuck. I don't have time for another fight. I should be in bed in like 2 minutes. You know what? I'm not gonna. Cliffhanger time. When we come back tomorrow, I will finish this fight. Before I go, before I leave you all, as I just said, tomorrow there are no more fights on that planet. That's not. I asked for the quest. I asked about the quest. You lied to me. You lied. It's all good. It's whatever. So before I go though, tomorrow more Rogue Trader stuffs. No stream Sunday or Monday. Tuesday we'll be back doing more Final Fantasy IX. Where the hell did I leave off? Oh yeah, we had like just fought Beatrix. We had just fought Beatrix 1 in Burmecia. So that was where we left off this week. So we'll be doing more Final Fantasy IX next Tuesday and Wednesday. And yeah, that's the plans for the next week. If you have not done so already, if you're over on the YouTube side of things and you haven't hit that subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated. If you're on Kick or Rumble and you haven't hit that follow button, that would also be very much appreciated. If you're on Rumble or YouTube and you haven't hit that like button, you should change that. All of these things help out the channel quite a bit. And if you would like to take yet another step towards helping the channel and throw some money my way, I do have paid subscriptions available on Kick and Rumble. And I also have in the description of all of my Rumble and YouTube VODs, links to both my Patreon and my Throne. All of these things go directly to helping me run the channel and save up money to get out of this trailer and into a better one. So yeah. But regardless of whether you click a single one of those buttons, I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!